for this first one that's on here, for adding and subtracting, we already have a common denominator. So just add them together. 10 over x. Now the second one, this is kind of another repeat of the one we just did on the board, but what would your common denominator have to be here? 15. So this first one has to get multiplied by 5 over 5. And the second one by 3 over 3. Yep. So you get 22 over 15. Okay. Yep. It doesn't have to be the lowest common denominator, but if you don't choose the lowest one, then you'll have to, at the end, reduce it. So it's not wrong. It's just you'll have to do more work in the back half than you would normally have to do. Okay, now the second one, or the third one rather. No. What does this denominator not have that the other one does? An 8. So it's just like we did here, except that there were numbers here. When there's variables, you're still like, what is this one missing that the other one has? An 8. And what is this fraction missing that the other one has? X. So you'd have 56 over 8x minus 3x over 8x. And here's where it gets, you have to be careful. Because some of you are going to go, ooh, x's, and want to cancel them back out. Now, you could cancel them out, but we just put that there for a reason. Now these have the same denominator. So you're going to put the numerators together. The only bad thing on this is that those aren't like terms. So the best you can say is just 56 minus 3x over 8x and call it a day. That's done. That's it. Notice these are my intro problems. Just they're just gonna get more fun. They're not gonna get more. They're gonna get more fun. Okay, so I have on here I wrote out some steps. You can go back to this later. I think you just need to see some of them. But like if you're at home and you're like, oh, I don't remember exactly how to do this, or if I don't remember like how I explained it to you, I wrote out in words what we're gonna do. Let's take a look at the first one, the first real one down here. What do both of those denominators already have in common? An x. So, I mean, yes, you could always just do the trick where 6x over 6x, 4x over 4x. You could do that. Right? But like I was telling him earlier, it will take you, you'll have to reduce it at the end. But know that you could do that. So they both already have an x. So let's just focus on the 4 and the 6. What's going to be a common denominator between 4 and 6? 12. So what does this fraction need to turn this into a 12x? 3. So top and bottom. And then this one just needs 2. Distribute, yeah. So we'll have 6x minus 15 over 12x plus 8x plus 4 over 12x. Yeah. So once they're like this, they have the same denominator. So what you're going to look at is across the top here. You're going to look to combine like terms up there. So 6x and 14x make, 6x and 8x make 14x. Minus 11 over 12x. Can I reduce the 14x over 12x? No! All of you shaking your head yes. No! Remember the whole illegal cancel? Illegal! Now here's the thing. Let's say I had 14x minus 10 over 12x. Say that were our answer. What could you take out of these? A 2. If you could factor, then you could reduce. So like say we did this would go away and this would become a 6. But this is what we can't factor this. If you can't factor, you can't cancel. Okay, so, and remember how we checked our answers for everything else in this unit by storing a value for x? A random one. You can still do that with these. Okay, so if I grab my calculator, for this one, the only thing you would not be able to store for x is 0. But let's say, whatever that is, that's not it. Okay, so my x is this number. I just hit random buttons and I have this. If I type in the original, 2x minus 5 over 4x plus 4x plus 2 over 6x, I get that random answer. Then I type in the final answer. Those should match. Woohoo! Okay. All right. Let's take a look at number 2. This will be the last one we do today. Okay. So this is a little bit different. I could multiply this first one by x squared minus 9 over x squared minus 9. And I could multiply this one by 5x minus 15. However, if you factor both of these first, which is what we're going to do, all right, so if you factor first, you should see that they both already have this in common. So don't multiply it again. So basically just look and see, what is this one lacking that the other one has? X plus 3. So this one's going to get multiplied by x plus 3 over x plus 3. Yeah, if you were in Honors Algebra 2 last year, you did this. Okay. What is this one missing that the other one has? A 5. Now, here's where it's going to get a little weird. When you put these together, and this is what number 3a and b is saying. We're actually going to not multiply out the denominator, but you are going to distribute up top. So you're going to go ahead and distribute this 4 to get 4x plus 12, but don't remultiply out the denominator. Distribute on the top, but not the bottom. Yeah. And this is one of those things where, like, I'm going to tell you this, but until you start doing these for yourself and you practice them and you screw them up and then you figure out what you did wrong, a lot of times people will be like, I don't remember when I'm supposed to distribute and when I'm not. And that's just what takes practice. Once the denominators are exactly the same, combine the top. And then all you have to do after you combine the top is ask yourself, can I factor what I have in the top? And if you can't factor, you're done. Okay?